Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHONJ Teresa Giudice slammed for self-centered filter fail. RHONJ OG Teresa Giudice was just slammed after her self-centered filter fail. The mother of four has jumped on the Photoshop bandwagon, but it did not fare so well for her. So, what was wrong with the snap? And why are fans bashing her? Keep reading for more details. RHONJ star Teresa Giudice and her husband, Luis Ruiz, are in hot water for unpaid taxes. As of now, they collectively owe around $3 million. This comes years after Teresa was in jail for bankruptcy fraud and conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud. At the time, she was married to Joe Giudice, who followed her to jail and was ultimately deported. The hope was that her new man would not get her into any trouble, but many co-stars and viewers did not trust Luis. He also exhibited some very sketchy behavior, which made fans believe he was only after Teresa's fame and money. Amid this tax situation, Teresa is being called out for something else. She recently shared a snap with two of her girlfriends. However, she was heavily filtered, her skin completely smoothed out, and she looked decades younger. Yet the ladies she was posing with were kept intact, no help from filters, which followers felt was rude and tacky. This same incident happened with RHONY alum Ramona Singer, as she had a heavily filtered photo, which made her look like a teenager. Yet the two men she was with did not appear to have had any facetune assistance. It does appear that the RHONJ fan favorite filtered her ladies a tad. Yet it was not nearly as much as she did to herself, and fans laid into her. They thought it was funny that Teresa Giudice gave herself the best edit, forgetting her supposed friends. Others joked that Ramona must have been responsible for the snap. But despite the backlash, Teresa did not stop. She shared a photo for Jennifer Aydin's birthday, where she clearly was back on her filter game. Of course, Teresa Giudice likely does not care what people have to say about her. With the RHONJ reboot on the line, Teresa's job is up in the air. It is a battle between her and her sister-in-law, Melissa Gorga, but viewers are divided on who they want back for season 15. However, Teresa seems quite confident that she will be back on Bravo in some capacity. In the meantime, fans went crazy for her filtered photo. This filter is so ridiculous. It always cracks me up when Teresa doubles down on the filters and leaves everyone around her without. Competing with Ramona for a younger filter. Love my girlfriends, but love my filter much more. Who is approving these horribly filtered pictures? One asked how Teresa felt in natural light. Had she filtered her friends along with herself, this may not have been as big of an issue. Yet, since she only thought about what worked for her, that was extremely self-centered. What do you think of that RHONJ OG's heavily edited snap? And should she have spread the filtered love? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Set for Real Housewives divorce trial. In the ever-glittering, ever-screaming world of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, it takes a lot to stand out. Table flips, prison stints, and unforgettable taglines are just another Tuesday in the Garden State. But Teresa Giudice, queen of the hair flip and master of the malapropism, has once again found herself under fire, not for flipping a table, but for flipping the filter switch a bit too hard. Yes, folks, the internet hath spoken, and apparently Teresa's latest Instagram selfie has committed a cardinal housewife sin, the dreaded filter fail. The image in question, posted with her usual cocktail of inspirational emojis and vague motivational quotes, featured a glowing, poreless, nearly holographic Teresa beaming into the camera. The problem? So was everyone else in the photo, or rather, they weren't. Fans quickly noticed that Teresa's face was the only one that appeared to have been lovingly caressed by an ag beauty filter, while her castmates and loved ones looked normal. Too normal, in fact. As if they'd been cast as unwilling extras in an early 2000s Motorola Razr ad. And when the fans noticed, oh, did they let her know? Did she facetune herself into another dimension and forget to include the rest of the group? One commenter quipped. "She looks like a Bratz doll." "The others look like they just got out of Costco," said another. And then came the crown jewel. "This isn't RHONJ. This is RHONA. Real Housewives of Neural Networks." The shade was real. The GFs were savage. And the memes? This isn't Teresa's first tango with social media controversy. The Bravo veteran has long used her Instagram as a curated window into her world. A world of perfectly arched brows, inspirational quotes that read like Google-translated proverbs, and an aesthetic that screams glamour shot meets motivational seminar. But this time, fans weren't buying it. A study in Selfie sociology. Let's break it down. The original photo featured Teresa posing with a group of friends, likely after a dinner filled with drama, designer bags, and discussions that begin with "I'm not trying to start anything." But in the photo, Teresa's skin glowed like polished marble. Her eyes sparkled like Swarovski crystals. Her cheekbones looked like they had been carved by Michelangelo himself. But her friends? They looked real. Skin texture, natural shadows, human imperfection. The contrast was jarring. It was as if Teresa had been dropped into the photo from another realm. Some parallel Instagram universe where lighting is always perfect and pores are a myth. Fans immediately accused her of being self-centered, caring more about how she looked in the photo than how anyone else came out. Which, honestly, in Real Housewife terms, is kind of the baseline. Still, the commentary escalated. "How are you going to post a group photo where you're giving eye avatar and your friends are giving DMV photo?" wrote one fan. Another added, "The filter didn't fail, Teresa did." Behind the glam. Now, to her credit, Teresa has never been one to shy away from a little digital enhancement. Who among us hasn't used a soft filter now and then? A touch of brightening here, a little smoothing there, especially in the harsh, unrelenting spotlight of Bravo. But the critique here isn't just about vanity. It's about the social dynamics of filtering only yourself in a group photo. It's the 2025 equivalent of cropping everyone else out, but still calling it a group pic, or inviting your friends over for a party and only serving yourself champagne. Critics weren't just annoyed. They were offended. "It's disrespectful," one commenter said. "You're basically saying, I look perfect and you don't matter." Psychologists might even call it a new form of digital narcissism. Sociologists might classify it as a modern expression of status anxiety. Housewives fans, they just call it typical Teresa. The Giudice defense. Teresa, for her part, has yet to issue a formal response. No Notes app apology, no teary-eyed Instagram story from her glam room. But sources close to the reality star, read that one podcast she was on last week, say she was shocked at the backlash and didn't mean to offend anyone. The source added, "She just wanted to look good. That's all." And isn't that the eternal Housewives motto? But as the comments section continued to implode, others began speculating whether this was all just another Bravo-engineered storyline. After all, it's not unusual for a RHONJ feud to begin over something as simple as a sprinkle cookie or a misunderstood selfie. Could this be setting the stage for the next reunion bombshell? Will Margaret Josephs confront her with a blown-up poster board of the unfiltered image? Will Dolores use it as ammunition in a mid-season argument? Could Andy Cohen even bring in a dermatologist to mediate? The possibilities are endless and, frankly, kind of exciting. Social media and social decay. Beyond the laughs and memes, Teresa's filter fail actually taps into a larger cultural issue: how social media shapes our perceptions, not just of beauty, but of authenticity, friendship, and status. What does it say when someone deliberately beautifies themselves while leaving their friends in the digital dust? What kind of self-image pressures does that reveal? And at what point does it stop being fun and start becoming a distorted form of self-worship? For Bravo fans, it might just be another dramatic plot point. But for the rest of us, it's a mirror, albeit one with a heavy Valencia filter. The last word. Teresa Giudice will survive this. let's not pretend she hasn't weathered worse. From flipping tables and feuding with her brother to surviving jail time and navigating love after Joe, a selfie scandal is light work. If anything, this latest controversy just reaffirms her role as the uncontested drama queen of RHONJ. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way. Because in New Jersey, the lashes are long, the dinners are loud, and the filters, well, they're sometimes set to maximum drama.